Hey guys, you're watching Nerdlocker, a place for you to nerd out. Whoa!
Welcome back, Internet, to another glorious episode of Nerdlocker. I'm Brandon.
And I'm Cubby.
And
I wasn't serious.
This week we have some Doctor Who news, some American Psycho news, and even some World War Z news. But first off, I got my alcohol, which means we're talking about Superman Batfleck news. And it looks like Zack Snyder is in talks for a female lead to the Superman Batman film, a love interest for Mr. Bruce Batfleck Wayne.
This sounds cool to a certain extent, but at the same time, I feel like they don't whatsoever need to introduce a female
In this
counterpoint to Batman in a Superman sequel, setting up they're setting up a grander scheme of things.
Yes.
They're setting up a bigger status quo. Okay.
But I feel like that's something you could save for...
I also feel that the fact that Dark Knight Rises had a kick-ass Catwoman, that you can't really have like a Batman movie without that sexy female character next to him.
Yeah. But
I think that's just why they're going off of it.
It just, you're already going to have Superman and, Lois. Now you're going to have Superman and Batman, and then Batman and whoever he's got a love interest in. But I feel like you're just going to be...
he's going to have, Lois.
I feel like you're going to be establishing... You're going to be taking so much time establishing stuff in this movie. I feel like there's no room for Batman to try to make out with somebody.
This is... Okay. So I'm going to shut you down right now because this is two minor details in the giant story of a movie that's going to be probably 2.5 hours, and it's 2 years away. So you're worrying about it too much.
I am. I just...
Yeah, you can calm down.
I can't.
It's probably going to be awesome. It's probably going to blow your mind. You're going to enjoy it, and you're going to be
right.
like,
and I
God
hope,
damn it, Ben Affleck, you're going to be Butters.
I hope.
At the end of it.
I hope I am. I hope I love this
Butters
movie.
Too. Yeah.
Because then he'll get to sit here and be like, I told you, it was great.
Yeah,
oh my God.
Yeah, that's exactly how I thought.
Yeah.
Yep.
But anyways, let us know what you guys think. But now we're going to cut to Bobby and Jasper with some World War Z news.
So with World War Z grossing over $536 million worldwide, I'd say it was a pretty big success, and the likelihood of a second movie coming out is pretty high now, especially with them talking about it and saying, with all of its faults going on with the filming of the first movie, even though with all that stuff, they still made a bunch of money and it's worth making a second movie.
Yes, Brad Pitt just recently said in the Toronto Film Festival that there is indeed talks about the second film, which is, pretty big considering, the big budget fall and the hardships that they had filming the first one.
Yeah, they went through went over so many hurdles trying to get this movie made. It has almost nothing to do with the Max Brooks novel, but I still enjoyed the movie. Although I will say, I really don't feel that there's room for a second movie. In my opinion, I think that it's one of those things that is better without the explanation of the origin, I think that's the only place they could go with the sequel in this.
With more, people talking about the film itself, who knows? The film grossed as much money as it did without even the Blu-ray release, which is slated for next week.
Yep.
It's going to be interesting with the money that makes upon its release, in addition to the actual release and the amount that it grossed. It's going to be very interesting, whether or not this does push ahead, and we'll see where it goes from there.
Yeah, although we've already seen a big spike in zombie movies over the course of the last few years, I think it's only going to increase at this point with World War Z and everything. And I think it might be sparked something to do with Syria, but in any case, I'm very happy about more zombie movies and another World War Z. I think I'll go see it. The first one was worth definitely seeing a second one. So we'll see what happens. Tell us what you guys think in the comments below.
So we have a little bit of TV news for you that we've kind of been bringing up a little bit. And I think the general consensus here at Nerdlocker for show is that this is dumb. But they're making a American Psycho sequel television series on FX? FX?
Yes, FX.
FX.
We're gonna see Patrick Bateman in his later years, like they said,
50s,
50s,
somewhere in there, whatever.
and he decides to take up a protege to go be all American Psycho all over. Which,
all over your
I'm sorry,
A's.
was I wrong when I saw that movie? I thought the whole idea was that it was in his head.
Last time I saw that movie, I was like 13 years old. And
I
had
just thought
no idea what's
I just thought the
going
whole
on.
thing was like in his head and it was all made up. And then I remember watching the sequel for some stupid reason. Well, no, it's because Mila Kunis was in it. That's why I watched the sequel.
That's
and
right.
They say that he's like a real person killing people. So I don't know. Maybe I misinterpreted that whole.
It's like Inception, dude. It's whatever you want.
Is
Except
it?
these people are actually saying, "This is what happened. This is what."
There's no.
There's no.
I don't know.
gray
I
area.
think this comes because Hannibal did well
This is
and Bates
exactly-
Motel
it's
did
not
well.
Thinking. It's exactly why Bates Motel. Oh my God! It's like Psycho. Oh my God! Hannibal. It's like Hannibal. I just don't get it. I don't get it. Everyone says Hannibal's good too, and I
You know what?
totally believe you.
I got into
totally,
it because of Jim.
I
and I liked
totally get on your side, but I morally can't support it.
I don't know. I like.
That's a little too much.
See, I love Hannibal. I love the whole book. I love the books. I hated Hannibal the movie, but I like everything else. And Jim was like, "You have to watch this. You have to watch it," and I did. And Jim was actually right.
Either way.
Surprisingly. So.
Let us know what you guys think in the comments below. You know the deal.
And now we're going back to Jasper and Haley with some Doctor Who news. Woo!
Doctor Who cares.
Hey, fellow nerds, Jasper and Haley here with some Doctor Who news.
It looks like we are not sure when the show is going to be coming back. I mean, we know that we have the 50th anniversary, and then we've got Matt Smith's final Christmas special, but from there, we're not sure what exactly it lies for the future of Doctor Who.
Yes, we all know by now that Peter Capaldi is slated to be the new Doctor, but what's more, compelling is the fact that Stephen Moffat is having a hard time setting up, his intro. We all know at this point, Matt Smith is leaving the series, but the transition is a little, hard to figure right now.
I'm actually okay with that, though, because it makes me feel like they're putting more time into developing Peter Capaldi's story, which is really good because I'm excited about Peter Capaldi, so I'm hoping that this means that we're going to get something really great because I'm tired of Matt Smith. I'm ready for a fresh start.
Which is even more funny because, with the whole 50th anniversary coming into play, we all know that Matt Smith had to shave his head in the new Ryan Gosling, directed film that's supposed to be slated to come out. So he'll be donning a wig.
A wig.
For, the final episode, or at least the Christmas episode that he'll be starring in.
And while we're all looking forward to seeing Peter Capaldi, I'm holding the hope that we'll see him in the Christmas special, which is obviously going to be when the Doctor regenerates. So hopefully we'll get a little bit of him, even if we're not sure when the show is going to start. And then there's also the thing about this show is that they don't know exactly what they're going to do with it, if they're going to split it up into 2 parts like they did for the last 2 seasons, or if it'll be a full season, or maybe 2 episodes less. We're not sure. But let us know what you think in the comments below.
Do you like fun movie trivia?
No.
Well, then this segment isn't for you. We recently found out that Hugh Jackman, Wolverine, was supposed to make a cameo in the first Spider-Man film, the Tobey Maguire one. But it wasn't actually a legal issue because, they're owned by different studios. It was that the costume was stuck between something somewhere, which sounds like just a lame thing to announce.
It's like Hugh
or
Jackman
talk
trying
about.
to be like, "Hey, guess what? I got a funny story for you. The costume was stuck
We
somewhere."
couldn't get it out.
Right?
Either way. But speaking of costumes, you notice we changed shirts? Oh, yeah, these are the Nerdlocker shirts that are now available to purchase at nerdlocker.com/store. Not like slash the guitar player. No, just slash the little keyboard thing. They're $15. The shipping is free, so you should grab one because all the cool kids are.
Yep.
And by cool kids, I mean me and Cubby.
Yep.
And
The
we
coolest
can call
kids.
each other cools because we're the only friends we have.
We are the coolest kids.
I think that does it. Is that about it for the episode?
I think so.
I think I still do the outro. I think I got this.
Buy a shirt
Buy a shirt.
now.
And be sure to check us out on Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram,
Yep.
because that's here now.
That's a new thing.
We've got one of those since the last time we did one of these.
Oh my God.
And nerdlocker.com for all your nerdy news.
It's like
I'm
the
Brandon.
future's here. I'm Cubby.
And you guys have a nerdy week.
Buy a shirt.
Smoke.
Smoke. Are you smoking yet?